Well, once again, here's your philosopher scientist. My name's Harrison Whitney, and I'll be putting forth several items or pieces of a puzzle. It's a jigsaw puzzle. My first reference will be to Dr. James Watson, co uh, actually he was one of the partners, or he shared the Nobel Prize in 1962 with Sir Francis Crick. They discovered the DNA molecule. But Dr. James Watson had a thought experiment. Now, when I read Dr. James Watson, I'm going to put together or put forth a valid scientific hypothesis. But first of all, what Dr. James Watson did, in the absence and at the same time in conjunction with Sir Francis Crick, Nobel Prize winners for discovery of DNA, Dr. James Watson was not peering through a microscope. What he did was cut up a piece of cardboard that had a number of pieces. That was a jigsaw puzzle. He wanted to know how these four strands were connected: adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine. And he discovered, by taking a two-dimensional pieces of cardboard in several pieces on a flat surface, which was his desk, and he assembled them on his desk. And he made an amazing discovery. He labeled one A, C, G, and T. Now, DNA is a spiral helix. It consists of two parts. Now, this is on a two-dimensional surface, but he made a discovery about a three-dimensional thing, DNA. He discovered that adenine connected with thymine, and that cytosine connected with guanine on the strand of DNA molecule. 40 to possibly 100 strands of four. My next piece to the puzzle will be a valid scientific hypothesis, and it was discovered, as I think back, I was professor at Los Angeles Southwest College. In 1997, I had students who actually wrote a term paper on the scientific hypothesis that I utilize in making the discoveries at which I have arrived. It's called the Pangea hypothesis, and that will be the origins of this particular talk, of just how and why there's several pieces to this puzzle. Number one, in California, where I spent most of my life, Southern California, Los Angeles. I spent many years in the Silicon Valley working for Motorola, Western Electric. But anyway, be that as it may, the point being, and I sort of lost my thought, but I'll get back to it. But look at the pieces of the puzzle. Why does China have nearly zero cases, and the cases they do have are people who are coming back to China? Well, that's one part of the puzzle. The second piece of the puzzle, I know exactly, without question, why that virus invaded and hit Italy, or Italia like it has. It's based on the Pangea hypothesis. Now, I put all these things together based on that hypothesis. While the Chinese have zero, and it's now, the epicenter is now Europe. In other words, I see a pattern, a migration pattern of this particular virus. And exactly why, scientifically why, it has to take a certain route. So if you wish to hear more and get an overall view of how to nail or chase down this particular virus and how it's changing from what to what, and how the RNA, or ribonucleic acid, which is one strand, causes or can create a deception in mitosis of the human cell. So that's as far as I'll go with this particular talk. But there are several other pieces of the puzzle that I managed to place together in the same methodology that Dr. James Watson did in his assembling of adenine and thymine, guanine hooks with cytosine, and the role of ribonucleic acid, RNA, the role it plays in it. My name's Harrison Whitney. I can be contacted at area code 248-818-3461. Thanks again for listening, and hopefully we'll get this thing done soon. But I'm fairly certain that eventually the epidemiologists, the experts, will somehow have to come through me. I don't say that egotistically. This statement is based on my research that started in 1963, the publication of a scientific novel in 1977 on this particular strand. Again, Harrison Whitney. Hope to hear from you. Present a series of lectures for it to get a greater grasp and an understanding with which we are dealing at this particular time. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.